Right now it's 12:50 Monday, December 28th, year 2020. Here's what I learned from 2020.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a legend. Damn, damn. You can talk to the reverend.
The first thing I learned is that our system is much more fragile than we actually think it is. Just the way that this virus crippled our economy, took the lives of many, many, many people, and threw the world into a sense of chaos, distress. It just shows how frail we are. I think this year reminded everybody of their mortality. For the most part, a lot of us have been confined inside. For some people, it's been very stressful. Kind of sucked to be an extrovert in 2020, to be honest. A lot of introverts use the time to just sit inside and have an excuse to not go out. I don't mind being, life of the party, but the way I regenerate my energy is by being alone and just learning and seeking knowledge. So, in that aspect, I feel like 2020 gave me an opportunity to study a lot. November 2019, on a cold morning in Tokyo, I was studying the fundamentals of AI and what would be needed to be proficient in artificial intelligence. So, from that day, I studied rigorously and joined a boot camp for data science full time online as of January. Let me tell you about data science boot camps. From my perspective, going to one, I went to Flatiron School. It's very challenging, especially for me. I come from a business background. I don't come from a statistics background. I don't come from a computer engineering background. I knew nothing of code prior to that school, minus what I learned from the time of November leading up to that school boot camp beginning time, which was in January. It was hard. To be honest, it was probably the hardest schooling that I've ever had in my entire life. Mind you, I've taught myself Japanese. I'm self-taught in music as an engineer, a producer. I write for other people in different languages. I do things outside of genres. Maybe I took to this on a logical sense, subconsciously, and I didn't even know. Aside from gaining a data science certificate, 2020 gave me a lot of time to consider my health, gave me a lot of time to consider how I want to move forward in my life. I'm 25 now. As of February, I'm going to be 26. And I made an oath to myself at 21 that I would be a millionaire by 30. I also said that I'd be a trillionaire by 44. I intend to uphold both of those promises to myself. So I was put in a situation this year to think, how am I going to get to this money? How am I going to do it in 2021? I can say that I have over a year of data science experience and a nice portfolio. I've made a lot of songs up until I was gone for a while. October 4th, I went to LA and I stayed out of New York for 2 months. What I was doing was this. Me and a really good friend of mine, Noah Imura, went across the US traveling to swing states for a docu-series we did called Young Votes Run America. We followed data about the campaign. We got to speak to a lot of different people across the country about their political views, who they voted for, why they voted, what would they do if they were president, and just to understand people with a sense of context, right? We don't understand anything about somebody for face value. That was an amazing experience. I got to meet a lot of interesting people, unforgettable moments, and we got some amazing footage doing this insane docu-series, which was all self-funded, mind you. We did this with no sponsors. It was an ordeal financially because it was very expensive for two millennials to travel across the country and pay for Airbnbs, Ubers, and all this extra stuff. But I would not second guess doing it if I was presented with the opportunity again. It's online. Type in Young Votes Run America and you'll see it on my page, Noah's page. We also have a separate page mapped out for what we did on YouTube and Instagram. Without a doubt, unforgettable experience. I've got the chance to work with a lot of really good people this year. I was aiming to perform at AnimeCon in California, and I was also going to do a festival in Japan in March. Rona, what can I do? I took time to double down. I took time to map out sources of income outside of trading dollars for time. I own my own production company, and I feel that sometimes I'm trading my hours for money. I need more funds to compound themselves much faster. So I'm getting my online store set up. I've been trading for about 7 years now, but this year I took a step further. I took a few losses with options, but my stocks overall have gone up, and now I'm getting into Forex. I'm working on a financial trading bot, and I'm mixing all these different tools that I have. They say to be wealthy, you need multiple streams of income, so I'm just putting in the groundwork for 2021. As a musician, I can say for certain that I'm ready to have a constant flow of music coming out for 2021. I'm going to be releasing at least 33 songs. It's time for me to show it. I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to give you any preconceived notions of my music. But what I will say is this. A lot of people in the industry and just in music in general have one piece of the puzzle in terms of the creation. I can say that I'm a self-sufficient creator. And this year has given me time to understand that gift with much more appreciation. 2020, from my perspective, is a double-edged sword that took a lot of people from us and it's broken a lot of businesses, but it definitely has given a lot of people a chance to sit down and map out the future. What do you want to do in the next 2 to 5 years? What do you want to do tomorrow? What do you want to do today? These are questions that I ask myself literally on an hourly basis. And I need to respond to just present to you what I want to present to you and not care. I don't know whose life may be changed. I don't know. So with that being said, subscribe to my YouTube channel ahead of time. Follow me on Instagram, Loom, SoundCloud. I'm on Deezer, Apple Music, Spotify, the whole shebang. I'll put all the links below. But I will say this. If you're a lover of good music, if you want to be healthy, if you want to learn Japanese, and if you want somebody to inspire you, follow my page. I'm wishing nothing but happiness, blessings, and productivity out of your day, out of the rest of your 2020, and every year moving forward.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a legend. Damn, damn. You can talk to the reverend. Amen. Ay, I'll be the one for the century. Ay, ay. I'm not a killer till you tempt me. I'm not a killer till you tempt me. Don't tempt me, nah. Let me tell you about Black Sand.